Hello, my name is Angus MacLeod and today we're going meta. Now this video is part of a series of videos on the human at work, so human at work technology, and that whole phrase exists because we are not workers who happen to be humans, but we are humans at work. And the technology around humans at work means that we can actually see deeper the root cause of some of the issues at work and deal with them more intelligently than we will do if we just consider people as workers, and we are so professionalized and so remote from the core human factors that we fail to spot the things that really need to be done. We end up doing sticking plaster technology rather than stemming the wounds and helping people to get fully prepared for efficient, effective work that's sustainable and gives them well-being. So, human at work. Going meta. Now, if you're going to go meta, what we're talking about is really taking charge of how we feel. And I want to give you an example of that from about maybe 3.5, 4 years of work in the NHS at one of the leading NHS Trust hospitals, King's College Hospital in London. And what we found there was that about half, sometimes even 2/3 of cohorts of managers and senior managers who came on those courses actually were having anxiety or anger or self-doubt or dread that came about because of circumstances. So an event would happen and they would say, I feel stressed, for example. And that's the first mistake, because actually they don't feel stressed, they are stressed. The feeling is something else. The stress is the manifestation of something underneath. And this is what I mean when we talk about the professionalism. We talk about stress and then we try and put a sticking plaster over it without actually getting to root cause. Now the root cause of being stressed, of having stress, are the feelings that are underneath that. And they are in 3 groups, one of which is the pain or the fear or the anxiety that arises because something has happened, an event's happened and that's what you feel. Or it's an event that leads to self-doubt. Sounds fairly common, doesn't it? And then the third one is future-based. So an event happens and we have a dread about the future. For example, someone says, look, I want you to give a presentation and it's going to be this afternoon, and there's some dread maybe around that. Now these are very human reactions. So what I'm going to ask you to do in a minute is to log on to the right hand side of the screen here with an email address and a name to see the rest of this. And the way this will work is that you will then get an email with a link to confirm that you do want to see the rest of the video. And if you tag on that, that will then issue another email which will come out absolutely immediately, and that email will give you a password. And it's just worth saying, if you are already a member of this site, then you will already have an email giving you a direct link so that you don't have to go through this login process. And the whole process is really to avoid spam, to make sure you really do want to see the rest of it. Now, what I'm going to give you on the other side is a human story rather than a business professional story, which is about these human steps. And I'm going to give you 5 key things to get beyond that, to take charge and to have a different experience at work. And these 5 things are 2 unhook technologies. That's unhooking the link between something happening, an event, and these 3 outputs, whether it's pain, whether it's fear, whether it's anxiety, whether it's self-doubt, and whether it's future-based and it's dread. And the other 3 things I'm going to give you in that 5-point technology model is 3 meta pumps. Now the pump is to pump you up and make you feel better, more self-confident, so you can go ahead confidently. So if you're interested to know what those 5 meta tools are, then join me on the other side and I'll see you in a moment.